I'm speaking it into existence. She's getting finished. This is where we're at. I do not believe that I'm making this 100% correctly. I think I'm actually happy with this. Say what you will about short form, but it is in fact easier to get an angle. We're just gonna have to make this angle work. Like, you literally can't even see the bottom. This is ridiculous. Let me figure something out. This is slightly better, but the lighting sucks. Anywho, I completely unraveled the stuff that I need to unravel besides the little bit on the sleeve, and I already like it so much better without the slits. I just feel like it flows a little bit better, and it flows better in the sense that it looks more casual, but doesn't look casual and unput together, which I kind of felt like the extra slits was just kind of like, I don't know, weighing it down and not making it look the best. What I also added back was the collar. I decided to add 2 more rows just to make it the slightest bit wider, and I like it. It's already staying better on my shoulder, and I think once I add the row of double crochets for the button, that will also help. I also need to add the line of single crochets on the back so that the collar will stay down, but because it's slightly wider, it's also just naturally staying down better. It has been a long day. It's currently like 7:18 the next day, and I worked on the cardigan the smallest bit, but I'm still trying to get through lining the bottom with the necessary double crochets. I'm speaking it into existence. She's getting finished today. It's the next day. I am like literally minutes, maybe not minutes, maybe like 30 minutes away from finishing. I completely lined like around the perimeter. I just have to do the extra lining to the bottom, but like the bottom of the additional part to the bottom I added is done. I just need to do like my extra bit of lining. I think I moved on to the sleeve last night because I'm gonna do the same detail on the sleeve, and I had started running out of yarn. This is how much of the original yarn from the cardigan I have left. I have this amount from the original 5th ball in general, but I also have this and 2 more balls of yarn in general of this color, so no worries on me finishing. I'm going to get this done and check back in when I can at least try it on. Okay, I finished the initial lining of the cardigan. I decided just to like not do the extra lining I do to finish it, just because when I add the buttons, I'll take time to do that. But, oh, and I also still need to sew the collar down. Anyways, this is where we're at. I like it. I think it's a really good length. It has like the openness that I was hoping for. I really like the sleeves with the extra row that I did because of the lining, because now it really has that you know, like this feel, if that means anything to you. And yeah, I'm a fan. Now I just need to add the buttons. I don't know how many, I'm looking in a mirror by the way. I don't know how many buttons I want to add though. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons. That way I could do like a middle number, do like 1, 2, 3 type situation. Yeah, let's do 5. Anywho, here's a little bit more up close. I like it. I'm working on the lining, but part of me is like, this could be cute with some flower appliques. but I'm not sure. I think I might like take the time to make one and see how I feel about it, cause I mean this is fun and everything, like the cardigan as it is fun and everything, but it's not, there's something missing, and it could be a flower applique. So yeah, this is how my projects go from already having taken forever to taking even longer. But I mean, okay, let's weigh the pros and cons. Con, I would be adding more time to this. Another con, I could spend the time to make a flower applique and hate it. But the pro is I could spend the time making the flower applique and love it. Another con would be then I'd have to spend a lot of time making a lot more flower appliques. But a pro could be that could, what's the word? That could elevate this cardigan the way that I'm wanting it to and make it stand out just a bit more, because right now I feel like it's very much so like anyone can make this cardigan. Not to say that me adding little flower appliques would make it more difficult, but I feel like it would just make the fact that it's made by hand slightly more impressive than it just being like a mesh cardigan. So I don't know. I think I'm almost done doing the final bit of lining. I already lined the sleeves and I secured the collar. So yeah, after I do that, I think I'm going to look up. I know a few different flower techniques, but if I am to do a flower on this, I think I would want it to be like a solid flower, maybe daisy-esque, so either 6 petals or maybe I would do a 5-petal flower. The thing is, I don't know. Okay, here is flower attempt number 1. I don't hate it, but I think I'm gonna do it one more time. I did double crochets this time, so I think I'm gonna do it with treble, like a treble stitch, just because it might make it the slightest bit taller, but I don't hate it. Okay, here is attempt number 2 with the treble. I think they are called treble crochets. Whatever. I definitely like this one better. I think that instead of doing 5 chains like I did, I'll just do 4 chains because it's a little bit like uneven right now, but let me make that change. Okay, here is the final flower. I still did the treble crochet, still gonna say that because I still have not looked it up, and I did 4 chains instead of 5 chains for, like, I guess to set the height, and I like it. Let's see how it would look on the cardigan. Here we have the cardigan and the flower, and I guess I would honestly have to make a bunch, like a lot, but if I just like place them, like maybe one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, that would make at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6 on the front, so 12 total for the front, and then that would make what, around like 18 to 20 for the back, and then how many on the side or on the sleeve? Probably like 1, 2, 3, 4, so around like 7 to 8 on the sleeve. So that's 12 plus 20, 22 plus 8 plus 8. It appears as though we're talking about 38 flowers. 38 flowers. 38 flowers. Okay, here are my more pros. I have really been trying to think of ways to make NYGC like the pieces that I'm making stand out. And while I would say that I love a basic piece and things like that, I think that for the cost of crochet, I should be thinking a little bit harder about how I can make especially more monotone items stand out a bit. And while, like, for instance, the skirt that I made earlier in this vlog, I don't think that I need to do anything revolutionary to that. I mean, if someone wanted to add flowers to that, they could, but I don't necessarily think that that would need it. But something like a cardigan, where it's already such a high price item, why not make it the slightest, like the very slightest bit more special by doing something as simple as making little flower appliques. So I don't know if I want to commit to making 38 quite yet, but I think I'll make let's say 10, so 9 more, or maybe even 11 more, so I have 12, and we'll see how they look, because I don't think it took me that long. Actually, I'll make the next one in real time. Alright, so we're gonna start with what I remember of how to make a magic circle. I do not believe that I'm making this 100% correctly. However, if you've learned anything from me about crochet, it's not necessarily that you have to do things the most correct way, just whatever way is gonna help you remember things the best. Okay, I'm gonna make this slightly like that. Okay. And we'll start our magic square with, I believe that's a slip knot, I don't know. Then I'm going to do one, did I say magic square? I meant magic circle. 1, 2, 3, come on now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. I honestly, in this moment, cannot remember if I did 14 or 15, so let's just say 15 for now. If I have an extra single crochet, it's not the end of the world. Oh yeah, I didn't say that. Those were all single crochets that I just did. Now I'm going to start around, if I can. I made it like slightly too small. I'm using a 6mm hook, by the way, because that's the size that oh my gosh, that's the size that I use for the cardigan, and I wanted the flowers to be like slightly chunky. Okay, that wasn't a perfect start for my round, but who cares? So, starting the round, I'm going to chain 4, then I'm going to do a treble crochet into the next single crochet, another treble crochet into that same single crochet, another one, Doom, 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 doom. Then off that last treble crochet, I'm going to chain 4 and stick it into the next single crochet, make a little stitch so it stays. Into the next single crochet, I'll make another stitch, chain 4. Can you see why I don't do tutorials? Treble crochet. Okay, so we have 1 petal down and we're on to our second petal. 1 treble crochet, 2 treble crochet, 3 treble crochets, 4. My phone is dripping, but this took me 15 minutes. I think I can get it a little bit down. I was a little bit confused at the beginning. So yes, I'm going to do 10 more of these and I'll be back. Alright, so I made 5 flowers and I just kind of like loosely threw them on, and I'm about to go get tacos. So you and I will both have to wait to see how this will look, but I'll be back. So this is where we're at. I have my 5 flowers, and okay, this one definitely needs to be moved over. This one, I feel like maybe there's not enough right now for me to tell if I really like it. Like, I feel like if I'm gonna do it, I should really do it, you know? But then that would make it heavier and more annoying to deal with. Cause okay, side without it, it looks cool, whatever. But the side with it, I just feel like it could be doing something really fun and it could make an outfit really fun. Versus the cardigan itself is just kind of like, it's a cute cardigan. But this could turn it into a look. I think I'm gonna make some more and maybe lace them out to go on the sleeve and stuff so I can see what that looks like. Because I think if I like the way that looks, I'll continue. For the sleeve, I'll probably put one like here, here, and here is what I'm thinking. I don't want to go too overboard. This one's supposed to be up here, but I do like the idea of it being right here. I'm also such a symmetrical person that I don't know if I have the capacity to randomize something like this, you know? But I feel like this one, the flowers definitely make it more of a look than if it was just plain. Like, just plain is cute, but the flowers are like, oh, you were trying to do something. I see. I think I'm talking myself into doing the flowers. Okay, so I made 18 flowers and I stitched on 8, 4 on each side to the front just to see where we're at. And yeah, let's try on. I feel better about this side than I do this side. I think I like the placement better. Yeah, like I think this one might be a little bit too high up, but also it might make sense for it to be like that. I cannot be farther away. It's also just so dark in my room that it's not ideal camera lighting wise. Honestly, it's kind of not bad. Now, do I feel like this side looks a little bit empty? I need to look in my mirror for that. I was saying that it would be most ideal for a flower to be right here for it not to have this empty space, but I don't want it to look too symmetrical. I don't think, and I'll just, I suppose, make a flower maybe right here on the sleeve so that at least when like my arm is like this you can see a sleeve versus maybe see a flower, versus on this side I might put the flower like lower or something like that. Alright, I have 10 more flowers left. I think, especially with me needing to add at least 3 to the sleeve, I'll definitely have to make a few more, but pretty solid progress. Yeah, I definitely like this side better, but that's fine. This is the side I like to take pictures on. Anyways, I also kind of like loosely attached the flowers, like they're on there, but I didn't sew completely around it, just so that it still kind of had an organic shape to it. Okay, it is clearly the next morning. I finished putting on all 18 flowers, and let's see where we're at. I think I'm happy with it. I'm going back and forth. Well, okay, let's like fully. Yeah, this is very cute. I've decided that I do like this emptier side, and I like that this side's a little bit fuller. This is the side I typically take pictures on anyways. I like the placement of the flowers. I haven't really seen the back, but I feel like it's good that the back is a little bit more like space between the flowers because it's the back. And yeah, okay, I actually made these tiny flowers because I thought I was going to want to put more on here, but I think I'm actually happy with this. So yeah, let me just do the buttons so that I can call this cardigan finished and finally end this vlog. But pretty successful. So here I am with my unorganized box of buttons, and I thought to myself, the whole reason why I chose this color was because I was like, oh, I have these perfect blue buttons that will match that teal perfectly. It's very much so giving it to not match. That's fine. I think I guess I'll just add the snaps without buttons. Not my ideal look, but it is what it is at this point. I know I could technically add another color like white or black, or I even considered gray. I also have these like specialty buttons, but they're silver, and I just don't want to, like, I don't really wear jewelry, but for a person who does wear jewelry, I don't want to limit it by putting silver on this, or like white or black. So I guess she will be buttonless, and we'll just go in with my snaps. Not only did I add the snaps to the wrong side, which is like completely whatever. I also could have undone it, but I already undone it once. But as you can see, my setup behind me is now completely on the floor because it snapped. Now 30 minutes prior to that happening, I had just ordered a new one because I figured that might happen sometime soon, and I had the decision to get the one that would arrive today but had one less shelf, or wait till Friday and get one more shelf. So I guess I'll be waiting till Friday. The chaos, yeah, I don't even know. I think that I'll try to like make mini stacks of it, because I think maybe it just wasn't supportive enough to hold both my shoes and my yarn, because like these little rods are so skinny. So I think I might be able to separate it into 2 different sections and hope for that the new one will arrive soon. Anyways, let's try on this cardigan with the matching skirt to finally finish up this. I don't even have words because I actually just remembered that I was supposed to be putting out 2 Instagram posts today for this one account, and it's almost 6 o'clock. I'm lying. It's 4:16, so I should probably get on that soon. But let's do this first. Okay, so here she is. I sewed in all the ends and I did the buttons. Usually I do this like weeks after I finish projects, so I'm on a roll. But yeah, I ended up doing, I think, 18 flowers in various places. I definitely could have done more, maybe even done less, but I just wanted something that was, you know, not too time consuming, just because this project was already starting to take a long time. As you can see, this is how it would look buttoned. It's definitely giving grandma vibes, but in a cute, stylish sort of way. Like, I can imagine this with like maybe a cute crop top or even bralette, and then some cute low-waisted jeans, you know? I don't know. I'm really happy with it. Let me film a clip for TikTok and then put on the skirt. I truly don't think you guys are ready. Like, do you see the vision? Imagine me in literally a month walking around the streets of, I feel like this is giving Milan more than it's giving Paris. So walking around the streets of Paris with my cute mini skirt that's not too mini, with my matching floral cardigan, and in the next part, my matching bag. I mean, so yeah, basically this is one of the best things I've ever made. I'm really happy I made that last minute decision to add the flowers, because I was definitely not at all a part of the original plan, but it definitely spices up this cardigan so much more. In the next part, I might even consider adding a few flowers to the bottom of this tie, just because, one, it'll help stop it from like rolling into the waistband, and 2, I just think it will look cute. But we'll save that for the next vlog. It's already Wednesday, and as you can see by the mess, we have a lot to do next time. But thanks for following along. I haven't asked you guys to comment something recently, so I guess maybe comment down below what color I should make in this next. I know maybe at the earlier part of this vlog I said that I probably won't make this in doubles, but I mean, now that it's done, I think I'm going to have to. I'm thinking potentially white, but let me know. It might be too late by the time you do, but maybe by then you can order it yourself. I guess we'll have to see. Anyways, bye you guys.